Hey, Future got a lot of he got a daycare center to be honest with you. But at the same time, you know what? Like you said, he's taking care of his kids. And as long as you know all your kids' names, that's important. I know
Oh
somebody who
my
had
God.
12 kids by 9 different women and he couldn't remember the name. So that's a problem.
Oh man.
We got a
We got
problem.
work to do. We got
Hey
work to
Mike, you know
do.
what's
We got
crazy to
work.
me? How old boy just said you got a bunch of baby mamas. Like what? Why we always stereotype the black man, but we don't never stereotype the white man when he got a bunch of baby mamas? Why we always do that? Why we do that to our black playboy?
Okay.
Huh?
Pat, you want to answer that?
Huh, Pat?
I mean, all right. Well, I just think that we just have more. Well, first of all, I don't know how much more common it is outside of the black, our culture. It seems to be a lot more accepted just among people that you talk to, especially kids coming up now. Baby mama, baby mama. I remember, when I was producing 106 in Park, or writing 106 in Park and producing shows, there were kids in the audience that would be like, "Oh, that's my," whenever a celebrity would come up there, girls would be like, "Oh, that's my new baby father. That's my new baby father." But when I was producing and consulting the return of TRL, and there were like some white kids there. I never heard any of that. But you know what? Maybe I wasn't listening. I don't want
Is
to
it
get into
just a
all of that.
colloquialism? So you got a problem with maybe the term baby daddy, baby
I
mama?
just think that I feel like the framework of just the mindset has to be worked on, because there are all these issues that we deal with as a people that are, I don't want to say that they're self-inflicted, but at some point we are either part of the problem or part of the solution.
Okay.
Now getting back to what you were saying, as long as you're taking care of your children, then you're good.
Okay.
That is the most
Let me
important.
ask Tracy a question. Tracy, are you with your baby dad? Huh?
No,
Huh?
no.
Okay, so that doesn't make her a bad mother because she's a baby's mother now, because now she is somebody's baby's mother. You know what I mean?
But I also refuse to have multiple baby daddies.
Boom.
That's ghetto to me.
Okay, but that's you.
Hood and ghetto. Like I have
That's
one, and that's about it.
Okay,
That's what's
what
up.
makes that ghetto? What makes that ghetto, Tracy?
Well, first of all, statistically, Black women or white women marry more than Black women do. So that's probably why it's deemed kind of hood and ghetto that Black men are making a whole lot of baby mamas, but not marrying anyone. White women are getting married twice as much as Black women are. So with that being said, they're less likely to be baby mamas than we are. So it's essentially it's hood as hell if you're just running around knocking up a bunch of chicks, but you're not putting a ring on nobody. If you don't want to marry her, why are you even having a baby with her?
I mean, could they have been into a long relationship with intentions of going, maybe getting married or whatnot? I have two baby mothers as well. And I also have a third child because I'm about to get engaged again. I call her my child, right? So if you look at it, I got three children by three different women in a sense. One is not my biological, all right? My two children, I was married to their mothers. I was been married twice, all right? So I had a beautiful baby out of both of them. Now, when I put that out there sometimes, even yesterday, when I gave homage to the mothers of my children, I had people stepping in my timeline saying, "Oh, you got multiple baby mothers? Like that's a sin or something." Yeah. I think we need to get out of that whole mindset unless you know the situation and you know that this person is just going around screwing women, getting them pregnant and not taking care of their children, not being a part of their lives. I think we need to get it out of the mindset of the negative connotation of baby daddy and making it seem like it's always something negative.
Thank you, Mike.
For clarity, I just want to say that I respect men who take care of their children. That's number one. But number two, I just feel that the perception of, so if you look back at a 1964 study that showed like the way that, white families and white people at the time, when civil rights was going on and we were like in the heart of civil rights, there was a poll among white people that asked, just what they thought about Black people, and do you think that they're better off now than they were before? And 64% of white Americans, thought that everything was cool. You know what I mean? I don't know why they're marching. And we were going through all these issues, but then they started interviewing people more, and they started saying things like, I just feel like, Black people are just not, they just don't have their morals together. They're just doing things, and but if you trace it all the way back, there are issues from just the way the families were handled in slavery. And all of that, and that's what I always talk about, is just the perception of just the way that Black families, whether they move together or not, mine, we do, but I just feel that that is a major problem that has maybe haunted us for a while. But
and there's a perception that white and Serge, you can jump in on this too. I think there's a perception that we have as black people out there that white people or other people of other races are going to have of us, regardless of what we put out there. So, I mean, there is a thing called Google, which I think is the greatest invention on the face of the earth. Really, there is no excuse if you do the research and actually find out how many black men are actually a part of their children's lives. You might be surprised by that from the misperceptions that are put out there about us when it comes to taking care of our children. We want to be in our children's lives. Just because we don't marry the mothers does not make us a bad father. I just don't
just keep it.
And why we always look at the white man as a model, how we supposed to be as a family. Why we always look at the white man like they're the savior and all that. Like tell me that, Pat.
Well, I'm just saying that we're no longer troglodytes. You feel me? Like we are an evolved species. And so it's just important that we just look at evolution and how it works. And, there used to be a time, I'm sure, remember the cartoons where, dudes were like carrying, pulling their women by the hair, those are cartoons. But I'm just saying that that's not who we are anymore. And we're just evolved. But you know what? It really, I think that it comes down to responsibilities. Let me just be clear. Mm-hmm. I have major respect for what you guys are doing because you take care of your children. That's number one. So other than that, really, there's no discussion. But
Mike, let me tell you this. So my father wanted to take care of me, but my mama dissed him and told him that I was somebody else's child. So, so it's a lot of circumstances, what I'm saying, in situations that sometimes men can't take care of their child when women are doing certain things. And I'm talking about my mama done that. You feel what I'm saying, Pat?
Right.
So we just can't
100%.
We always can't
100%.
Baby daddy, baby mama, because it's always not a bad thing. You know what I mean, Tracy?
No.
Right.
There is not one woman standing on this planet that wants to be a baby mama. We do not want to be baby
keep
mama.
In mind.
Yo, what, Tracy? Hey, Tracy, and I'm not saying they do. You know what I mean? But it's circumstances that sometimes play out that sometimes two people can coincide together. That's all I'm saying, sweetheart. Period.
Okay. And
that's
Serge,
true.
You want to add anything here?
Like I feel like the reason why I don't have any kids is because I wanted to do it I feel like the right way, which is finding someone that you feel like you want to raise a kid with and just marry or whatever. So to me, that's been the main reason why I haven't had a kid yet. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If you're a dude and you had 3 or 4 DNA tests with 3 or 4 different women, then yeah, you're doing the wrong fucking thing. Be honest with you. If you say oops, it ain't mine.
All of them ain't oops, Mike.
No, I'm not saying all of them ain't oops, but if you had 3 or 4 DNA tests with 3 or 4 different women, then you might be a little irresponsible. That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit. But I know Donnie takes care of his children. Donnie loves his children like they were with him. So I just think sometimes, despite what the perception is about us as black men, we need to get out of that mindset and actually start teaching the rest of the ignorant world. I'm not calling anybody here ignorant, the ignorant world, the real us and who we are, despite the perception of what they think of us, because they're going to think of us like that regardless. We can't put out that type of rhetoric.
Why are y'all adding to how they think of us? Serge is being applauded. He is doing it the right way. He's consciously saying, I'm going to try my best to not go out there and knock up a bunch of women.
But what do you mean? How much is a bunch of women? Like if you say, if I got more than one baby mama, am I knocking up a bunch of women when I was married?
First of all, you don't count because you really married these women. It didn't work. You married them.
Wait, Tracy.
But hold on. Let me be totally. Hold on, Donnie. Let me be totally transparent. One of the women at the end of my marriage, I was going through a divorce and just happened to get pregnant. So do I wish I was in that situation? Absolutely not.
Choices. You make the right choice.
No, but here's the thing. We had one more encounter, one more night of love while we was going through a divorce, and she got pregnant, and we still went through with the divorce. All right. So you think I want to be?
Mike,
absolutely not. Raising my child. Go ahead, Pat.
Mike, I just want to say, just big picture, 74% of children in the Black community are born out of wedlock. I'm just talking big picture. All right. So let's not, I just want to save you, like, because I can tell that you guys are getting defensive. You guys are amazing men.
No, not defensive.
You guys are amazing men. You guys take care of your children.
It's not about me. It's not about me. I don't think it's about God.
Right. But
I'm mad that you justifying it with statistics. I'm mad about that.
Well, okay.
But all I'm saying is I think Serge is doing it the right way. By waiting and
that's his choice, and that's wonderful.
Tracy, that's wrong, Tracy. That's wrong, Tracy.
No, but that's her opinion. That's not wrong. It's her opinion.
No, that's okay. Hold on. But Mike, she can't say, "Oh, I think Serge is doing the right way." Serge or Tracy don't know my story or other men's stories. You know, what I mean, you don't know. I was doing it the right way when I got with my lady. I wanted to get married and this and that, and it just didn't work out. And I had 2 kids by her. So I didn't do it the right way, Tracy.
Listen, the president of the United States. I respect the office. This man has 3 women.
We're not talking about Trump. Okay, don't make me leave.
But this is the man. This is the leader of our country who happens to be a white man. But he's got multiple baby mamas, and nobody talks about that.
He also has multiple prostitutes. He's not the example. We don't use him.
What I'm saying is, like,
Obama.
And what we're talking, but we're talking about this comparison about how we're viewed versus how they're viewed. Because Obama would have had Sasha and Malia by 2 different women. Guess what? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. We have to stop that rhetoric. We have to say, if you feel that way about black men, feel that way about white men, feel that way about men, everybody. It's like, you know what? If you want to lay with a woman, you want to get her pregnant, think about having a lifelong commitment to that woman. Not just black, not just white, not just Hispanic, all men. Be a man if that's how you feel about being a man, because we got to stop dividing us first. We got to come together first before we can actually move ahead in this country. I'm going to stop on that.